Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why customers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ooh, baby, we got an informative one for you this week.
That's right. You want to talk about passive dripping?
I know I do. This week we have on Logan Stevens.
We're talking about top 4% of OnlyFans content.
Top 0.4%.
That's right. We're talking about taking adventure trips and fucking your friends.
We're talking about making art and porn at the same time.
That's right. If you're ready to edge and bait this whole time, get ready for a good listen.
Edge and bait or edumacate yourselves. Listen, you faggots. Get into it.
Goodbye.
In New York.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, Diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondsspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show. I use sloppy, you stupid little fucks, you not so fucks, you dirty little fucks, you stupid little fucks. Welcome to Sloppy Second Dipper, Big Dipper, Meatball, and that's Big Dipper.
and here we are. You're looking shiny and new. You've got earrings on. You're like Mrs. Roper. Oh boy. Mrs. Roper 2.0.
Should have glued that one on. I'm very much feeling like an old lady these days, and I'm really living it up.
It's because like when you wake up, how your body feels.
Yeah. And I really only want to put on leotards and dance costumes if I'm on a stage. You know what I mean?
Makes sense to me.
I'm going to Palm Springs!
All right, let's get into our episode today. If you like to watch pretty people do sex online, you've seen his work, make some noise for
Logan Stevens! Ow, bow, 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 bow.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are
Is
you?
it
Good morning. It's afternoon now.
Is it?
Well, after lunch is afternoon. Tell us about that burger you just housed in the other room. What was on that? It looked good.
That was pretty soupy. I don't know.
It was soupy.
There was so much. There was like the burger real estate was completely overpopulated by like meat and sauce. And it's like it was a little more in and out than I expected.
I don't like, on an
do
In-N-Out
not.
burger, when there's so much sauce and you squeeze it and it drips down. Nah.
Everyone's showing photos or videos of getting the onion burger at In-N-Out.
Disgusting.
Would you not be into that?
No, it seems too wet.
It is soupy, but it's just onion and onion with the burger in the middle.
And all of the special menu, I don't
Put it on the
understand.
menu.
Yeah.
There's nothing appealing about the stuff that they put on it in the special menu. Like, strike me down or whatever, but it looks like fucking diarrhea.
Well, there it is.
You heard it here.
Suck it
first.
in and out. Your food looks like diarrhea.
I saw someone like, just order the grilled cheese.
Well, it's because they just cover it in Thousand Island dressing.
That is it.
It's not the greatest color.
You don't like an orange dressing? You're giving Thousand Island.
I love the color. We're giving to Palm Springs.
Yes,
baby.
We're just giving salad, actually.
We're giving
I've
salad.
never touched one of those. So I don't know what you're talking
What is a
about.
salad? Do
Describe
tell.
it in 3
This
words or
one?
less.
Or just a salad
A
in general.
salad in general.
It can be whatever you make it, but generally I think the base is like a lettuce or a vegetable or something.
Shocker. Well,
That's
not
like-
if it's a tuna salad. That base is mayonnaise.
This is true.
So speaking of Palm Springs and travel, you just did some travel. Were you in Santorini or
No.
Greece?
Oh,
Where were
man,
you?
I wish. Well, no, I was in Gran Canaria, and then I went to Paris, and then I came back.
Just Gran
No,
Canaria.
describe what is the Gran Canaria?
Yeah, what
Okay,
part
so
of the
it's
world
like
is it?
it's a grouping of little volcanic islands off the coast of Western Sahara. So geologically, it's Africa,
Okay.
but it's owned by Spain.
Oh, so it's like up in that northern. What's the body of water there?
The Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, it's the Atlantic
Yeah,
Ocean.
yeah, it's the Atlantic.
I kind of have a blind spot for that sort of area of geographical area. I remember when I went to Greece in college and I was like, where are we?
Oh yeah, it'll throw you over there because everything's so small.
What do you mean everything's so
Well,
small?
just because countries over there are much smaller
Little
than
tiny.
ours, so it seems weird when they're like so close to each other, but in your mind, they're so far apart. Thoughts?
Well, yeah. I mean,
you
it's
sorry,
like it's like states versus countries. There, like if
Yes.
you know, the United States is almost like the entire EU, and then our states are like their
Exactly.
countries, kind of.
Where did you when did you get high? I was just with you the whole time.
You don't think I have a little stizzy vape pen with me at all times?
People are really efficient and sneaky these days.
That is true.
Stealth.
I used to smoke in here, but we had to stop. That was getting out of hand.
Oh, was it like?
Yeah.
But you can put that online. I mean, it's legal. So.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I didn't stop you from it.
No, I had to stop myself because I would watch myself and I'd be like, what am I doing in there?
Yeah, you're like, I come to work to get high. Jesus.
We're like, we're getting a word from our sponsors. They say no more.
They say
no
shut
more
that
smoking.
So what were you doing on your trip
Yeah.
in Gran Canaria?
Okay, so the Gran Canaria trip was a content trip.
Oh.
But yeah, so I got together with a few friends from around Europe, and one of them, Just Can't Stop, Troy Daniels, was the one who organized it all. And I had been saying for a while that I want to do these like adventure trips with OnlyFans friends of mine,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sort of sick of this like paradigm of going to a city and fucking everybody who's got like 300K or more. That's not how we operate, but like, you know.
That's how I'd operate if I was you. I'd be a real bitch.
I like working with smaller creators, but all over the board, whatever. But you know, like you go to a city, you set up in a hotel, a nice hotel, and then you just work with as many people as you possibly can. I did that a couple times and just felt super like lonely and burnt out at the end of the trip, and I didn't have any fun. So I was
Right.
like,
Also, the content probably didn't vary that much if it was all just the same
Right.
hotel. It's
Not
like,
really.
you want
I mean,
different backgrounds.
yeah, you get different people and different chemistry and stuff like that. But that's not what I'm really into.
Mm.
And this job is not supposed like I work this job, not the other way around.
Mhm.
So I kind of try and weave
Wait,
everything.
now hold on a second.
work
this
this job,
this
not the
job
other
does
way.
not work me. We need to remember that.
I feel that.
Well, I know
know.
you feel that. I don't feel that.
Good.
No, but the stuff I saw on social media, you posting like out on the beach and like
Oh, yeah,
rock
yeah,
climbing,
yeah.
and like I think that it really makes people go like, wait, what's going on over there? And they're fucking.
yeah, exactly.
That's fun.
Well, it's I have been,
International dick.
I know. It also probably makes them feel like they're part of the trip. You know what I mean? They
I
can
mean,
like
that's
look at your Instagram and be like, oh, they're out sightseeing, and then go over to the OnlyFans and be like, and this is them later that day fucking.
yeah, that's the thing. I love a narrative arc.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a
see?
narrative. They're
Yeah.
telling tales.
I wanted to. You were saying go to a city and fuck everyone in the city who makes content. A friend of mine was visiting LA on that type of a trip,
Yeah,
and he doesn't very much enjoy it.
it's outrageously frustrating.
He is someone who I think the job works him a
Yeah.
little bit. And he shared with me, like, we were getting coffee and he was flying out that day and he was like, my dick is like a purple lump of like, he's like, it's not working.
Yeah.
I've injected it with so many, pills and injections of Trimex, and like he's like, I had to make content for 3 months on this 10-day period because I don't want to make content when I'm not working. And I was like, damn, that sounds awful.
Is that where you're at?
No.
see?
Okay,
Enjoyable trips.
I've been doing porn for a long time now. So I don't know, since I was like 23. So I've been through different iterations of where the job was working me, and it's not the way I like to operate. Kind of, I prioritize my happiness first and foremost above everything, and then I just try and figure out how to make the job the most fun for me, which is why I fold in all of my different interests into the thing.
Yeah.
And, it creates a bigger picture for you to get invested in.
Right.
In terms of, like, I say this, so like everybody's going absolutely nuts for Pedro Pascal. What if he released a dick, or if like a dick picture ended up on the internet? People would lose their shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good looking man, don't get me wrong, but he's not the most like gorgeous thing on the planet, So the reason why that people are really into it is because they feel invested in his character and his narrative and all that kind of, So like people are always asking like, oh, I want to start OnlyFans. Do you have any advice? I say like, you have to figure out who you are, and then you have to dial that up 200%. And you have to pump it out there because people need to fall in love with you or this idea of you, and then they'll follow you anyway.
It's a lot more than just putting up a camera while you fuck.
No. It's so much more than that. And I'm not the prettiest one either, but I'll still crush their numbers because I know the narrative.
And their prostate. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever do studio porn? Or,
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
So, because you just said that you started when you were 23. So
Right.
did you start in studio?
Yeah, I started in studio. Yeah.
Who?
Started with Lucas.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lucas-
Lucas Entertainment.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I
He's
did.
like the one that's set
Yeah.
up in Puerto Vallarta now and imports all the boys from across like Europe and South America
Imports
or
all
whatever.
the
I
Yeah.
love that.
Well, they can do that because those boys can't come and film in the United States because of labor laws. So, so anyone from Europe, they don't have visas to work. So the studios that are operating legitimately in the United States, they can't pay the guys who are coming from Latin America, from South America, from Europe.
But could those guys make their own OnlyFans and fly in and do whatever they want?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of course
so they're
they can.
still okay.
Yeah, I mean, because your base of work is somewhere else. Just because you shoot the content in another country or something doesn't mean that that's where you're working. Where you work is where we work where we live.
Yeah.
And I shit where I eat. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. Weight Loss by Hims is here to help you reach your goals.
Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications that are designed to support you in losing the weight and keeping it off, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen.
GLP-1s help regulate your appetite and eat less.
With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise.
And no needles needed. Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss.
And through Hims, you can just go online where you'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if the treatment is right for you.
No insurance necessary either, and if prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door.
Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/sloppyseconds to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you.
That's HIMS.com/sloppyseconds.
hims.com/sloppyseconds.
Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS.
To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com.
You know, lately I have been trying to keep my wardrobe simple. I want pieces that are comfortable, but they still feel like put together like an outfit, and that's why I'm always reaching for my Quince items.
The fabric feels elevated, the fits are clean, and Quince makes getting dressed so easy.
Quince has all the staples for spring, like 100% European linen shirts and shorts starting at just $34.
They're lightweight and breathable, but still look polished. I have a bunch of their Pima cotton tees, and they're super soft and easy to wear and very breathable for the summer for the sweaty body.
I just rediscovered this pair of linen shorts that I have that are so comfortable from Quince. You know when like something gets buried accidentally? I pulled these out and I was like, what have I been doing? Not wearing these!
And the linen doesn't wrinkle.
Period.
Plus, everything is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands because Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middleman.
Refresh your everyday with luxury you'll actually use.
Go to quince.com/sloppy for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada, too.
That's QUINCE.com/sloppy for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/sloppy.
Get yourself some Pima cotton!
Quince.
Quince. At Quince.
If you love to shop, listen up! Have you heard of Rakuten?
With Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy. Just from shopping.
Exactly. Clothes, athletic wear, pet supplies. I'm talking about Gap, Adidas, and even Petco.
So I can buy a look, get new shoes, snag the cat some cute toys, and get cash back.
That's right. And you can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
That's cool.
It is cool.
But how does it work?
Well, partner stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to the members.
Rakuten is really doing the most, huh? Love it.
Yeah, in the best possible way. Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. So, you can become one of them today.
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today.
And get yourself some Rakuten.
And...
No, we're not.
Okay.
And we're back.
So you worked in studio porn. You do OnlyFans now. In your Twitter bio or in your Twitter name, you proudly boast that you were in the top 4%.
4.4%.
Yeah, it's
0.4. Oh, 0.4.
That's,
so that's
even smaller than
damn
4%.
near the top of the OnlyFans.
Now, how do you... I'm going to kill myself.
Your earrings keep falling
I
off.
know. Okay, they're just done.
How do you
How
know
do you
that?
know?
They send
Because
a
it tells
newsletter?
you,
Do you have a spreadsheet?
No, every day you can go into your statistics and you can see where you rank, and it fluctuates.
Can you
of
see where
course.
everyone else ranks?
No.
Okay, because
No,
I'm
that's-
trying to
that's
call some people
private.
out because I feel like some people are liars.
I
on
think
Twitter.
people lie on Twitter.
Well, definitely people lie on Twitter, but there's also
It's marketing.
Yes, they do lie.
and I wasn't going to put that up there before, but I had an agency that was sort of helping me out with marketing and all this stuff, and they're like, put it on there.
Yeah.
It's such a flex. And I was like, it seems kind of obnoxious, but whatever. It actually makes it easier to work with other collaborators too, because they seem to be sort of wooed by that.
That makes sense.
I'd be wooed by that.
Remember when we did our Spotify Wrapped and we found out that like
We were in the 0.1% of podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, wait, now how many podcasts are there?
we
in
were
the
like,
world?
that's insane. And then, when you think about it, everyone who ever started a podcast, like it still exists. So the number just like gets exponentially larger. So the fact that we just
Yeah,
exist.
but we still got enough listens to be up at the 1%.
Sure, I feel great about it too. But I'm trying
Don't
to be,
try to demean our win.
No, I'm just trying to be realistic.
I mean, we're not 0.014 or whatever you are.
Well,
What are you right now? Look it up. I'm just kidding.
She's not kidding.
I'm
No,
not.
I'm just kidding. So that when you do that sort of like marketing push, do you ever feel like how do you balance your authenticity with the marketing of the product? Because you said you like to bring your real interests and you like to do these travel trips, so you're going on hikes and you're working with people that you like. Do you ever feel like you have to kind of like put fake stuff out there in order to get clicks?
Mm-hmm.
fake stuff.
Like, wow, this was such a hot session, but actually you didn't have great chemistry with the person, but you filmed it anyways?
I mean, occasionally there will be a scene that I was like, that I didn't think was a shooting star,
Right.
And yeah, well, I'll put a little bit of a spin on it, spice it up. But you know, the funny thing is, sometimes I was in the middle of it, and what comes across on screen was not what I was experiencing. So
That's happened to us too. Not sexually.
so it.
You don't know.
No, I'm talking about us.
Oh, yeah, not. Yeah. No, that never happened. Quit. Let him finish.
I will. I'm gonna stop.
I don't know where I was.
Me neither.
Before the podcast began, I asked you what you thought about the song Empire State of Mind by Alicia Keys and Jay-Z. Thoughts?
Oh yeah, no, that was and then so I said that that was one of my moving to New York anthems. There was also Nina Hagen, and then there was also
Wait, why do I know that name, Nina Hagen?
Nina Hagen. She did the New York song.
Oh,
she's
okay,
really
yeah,
wild.
yeah.
No, she's like 80s punk, and she
did 99 Red Balloons too, right?
No, that's Nina. Nina Hagen was she's a trained opera singer.
Okay.
And she's super punk, whoa punk. And she can either sound like a frog, or she can sing operatically, or she does this growling, or it's her voice is all over the place.
We need to look into her. We sound very similar in technique and style.
It's funky.
Exactly. This intro is a little
Do you
too
want
long.
to? It's an 80s song, so it's got a 5-minute intro.
Oh yeah, here we go.
It's always late at night when I wanna go out, and New York City has for sure the happiest crowd.
This is something that Love Connie would perform.
Oh yeah, totally. Love Connie.
I literally thought you meant that she did a cover of "Start Spreading the News."
I thought he meant that she did a
she's
cover
got
of Empire State of Mind.
Yeah, in 1983.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also I'm gonna say, and then it was also Stevie Wonder's "Living for the City."
Oh, sure.
Although which has nothing to do with, that's not even close to my narrative.
But it's city, and
But it's a city.
But it's
Stevie
talking
Wonder.
about New York, and so any of those were the three things talking about New York at the time that I liked.
How long did you live in New York?
It's 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I need a lot of personal space, and that city is something that you don't have.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
You're your entire apartment is the size of a bedroom, and it is your bedroom, and then the city is your living room, and so there's really I need a lot of personal
And someone
space.
lives right on top of you and right below you, and you're never alone. no
and
matter
inside
what
you,
think.
and right next to you, and
Oh, we had different experiences.
Well, so speaking of personal space, you just
bought a
I
house.
did buy a house. Yeah,
That's cool.
That's crazy. Where is it? What's the address?
it's up in Big Bear City.
Okay.
Okay.
My
It's
kind
like-
of space.
that's-
I've
yeah,
never
that's-
been there.
It's
Oh,
cute.
yeah.
I hadn't all of my mountain stuff. I would usually go up to the Sierras or other parts of the United States.
Right.
And, then right before my birthday, I don't know. I saw a listing for this little cabin that was near Mount Baldy, and I was like, oh my god, that's an hour drive, and I could totally afford it. Which you can't afford anything in Los Angeles.
No.
And it's certainly not anything that's even the least bit inspiring. I mean, you could get a really dumpy sort of white box apartment or something.
Yeah.
But why would you
No,
want to spend
we
any
always
money
talk
on
about
that?
that. We want it
we're gonna buy houses
freestanding.
somewhere
It
else.
has
Yeah.
to be its own.
And that
entity.
fantasy, especially for my generation, is barely available.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I did just start seeing listings for not incredible, but pretty decent, under $1 million, homes.
We're
Under a million. Mind you,
No.
$1 million gets you 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, a tiny living room, kitchen.
I know,
combined
and
in
so I'm
LA.
saying I'm seeing stuff in Mount Washington for $920,000.
Oh,
And
Oh,
it's
I saw that one too.
2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
It looked really nice.
But
Wow.
there's
So
no
just
garage, and you have to walk
Walk up all
upstairs
those
to get to the
stairs, I
front
know.
door.
I would never.
Yeah, and
Never
hold
in
your
my
breath
life.
Don't
because
most of Big Bear places, you got to go up a huge flight of stairs to get up to the house.
I'm actually just on flat ground.
Oh, nice.
Next to
But
all the
my-
horses.
Yeah, my neighbors have horses. Actually, on Saturday, which was this weekend, was the first time I went up there.
Saturday.
The neighbor who has all the horses, she came to introduce herself to me And I hear a knock at the door, and I was like, I don't know anybody up here yet. Like, who's going to be knocking? I don't have any services like coming or anything. But I open the door, and she's standing there like grinning with a horse, like this giant horse, like in my doorway.
Oh my gosh. Do you feel like that horse was drawn to you because you're both hung like a horse?
Well, I mean, I tried to introduce. Well, maybe there was like
Maybe
a
that's what it
competition
was.
sort of a thing.
Yeah.
because I
He's like,
reached
There's
out.
some other dick in the air up
You
here.
gotta fight the horse.
I reached out to the horse, and the horse was like, "No."
I know about you.
Shady.
Yeah,
I know about you.
I was like, "We're gonna be friends eventually. Just you wait."
My parents have
I
a
will win
place with horses across the way. It's kind of wild to see horses every day.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
They're majestic creatures.
They are really beautiful.
So pretty.
They're also so like giant but fragile.
Yeah.
Like
I
they
love when
can
they, like,
injure
lift up
themselves so easily.
The little.
Yeah. Because isn't their knee like really low?
I think those. I'm not.
We're not doing this.
I'm
Here's
not-
one thing we're not gonna do.
Talk
It's
about
gonna have
the
the internet
anatomy of a
calling us
horse.
fucking idiots because we don't know how a horse wrist or elbow is.
Well,
you
what's
can
the
just,
top
you
of
can
a
just
dolphin
begin
called?
with a disclaimer and say I'm not a biologist, but I'm pretty sure that that's a fingernail.
Yeah. Well,
We could.
We could, but
But
we
they'll
choose
still
not
drag
to.
our asses.
So does that feel like a huge life accomplishment?
Oh my god, yeah,
That's
yeah, it was
awesome.
huge.
So-
Yeah, I had essentially written off that possibility for a really long time, and then it sort of surprised me this year,
Oh, that's so cool.
and yeah, it was really cool.
So do you still have a place in LA or
Yeah.
are you okay?
Yeah. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, don't get rid of the place! I can't believe you're leaving the place in LA." I was like,
No.
No.
I'm not leaving it."
Mommy, just because mommy bought a house doesn't mean she's leaving.
Because you post a lot of like photos about or in your home or featuring your
Mhm.
home, and it's like your space looks awesome. You
Yeah.
have like a full home gym and like
Yeah, I do.
it's like
a
a
backyard.
Yeah, I have
You're
like
just like dreaming of nice.
Yeah.
it looks like a mountain cabin, but
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
in the middle of West Hollywood. And I have my own little private garden that I put in an outdoor shower and a tub and a gym. And yeah, it's super easy. I just bought this. Actually, a friend of mine bought me this propane heater. It's this
Oh.
portable propane heater.
Wait, the outdoor shower is heated?
Yeah. Yeah, on demand. It's like way faster than the shower that's
Okay.
inside my house. So I just shower in the garden all the time. It basically turned showering into a hobby.
That's amazing.
Jala.
Every outdoor shower I've been to is like out on Fire Island and it's ice cold.
no.
It's like straight from the hose tap or whatever.
Well, it's so easy. Just the I just had to get a few things at the hardware store to
The where?
exactly. It hooks up to the garden hose and then it hooks up to a propane tank and it runs off of 2 D-cell batteries. And I think the whole setup cost me maybe like $150.
This is what I'm talking about. That's why I want to buy one of those pool pumps and get one of those big cowboy pools and just put it in my driveway.
the cowboy
Fill it
pool.
with water and let it go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have one of those cowboy tubs. That's like, yeah. So then I have a splitter then that one way goes to the shower and one way can fill up the tub.
plumber.
Now, sometimes
engineer.
do you feel like a little baby when you're like in the cowboy tub and you're not fully submerged and you're just kind of waiting around. on
No,
your
this is a
belly?
big tub.
How deep is yours?
It's like about as high as this table,
Oh
maybe.
shit.
It's not shallow.
My
Yeah.
least
Oh.
favorite thing
I kind of want to
about
feel like a
And
kid.
I can
on a
easily fit 2
driveway.
big men in there. I've done it several times.
Is that an invitation?
Sure.
Two
Flat,
big men.
2 big men.
Oh, I always hate the thing
That's
that
where
I
you should film the next episode.
in the tub. Yeah.
You did. We did
I
do an
did
episode
record
in
an
your
episode
bathtub.
In a bathtub where I did feel like a baby because I kept rolling around on my bed.
My least favorite thing about bathing, no, let me rephrase that. Don't clip this, Morgan. Don't clip this
Morgan,
part.
take it.
Don't take this part. My least favorite thing about taking a bath, is the bathtubs are never big enough. Like I will sit in there and my belly floats out of the water. And my knees don't fit all the way, and so you never get to like fully submerge.
problematic.
Well, I think that's also just like an adult thing.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
if
an
you're
adult.
if you're over 5 feet, like most bathtubs are not.
Also, you would probably fit in my bathtub at home because it's like
Really?
an extra long one and it's deeper.
That's what I'm talking about.
But apartments and stuff don't get the nice big bathtubs put in them.
Well, that's
You-
time for a cowboy tub.
Yeah, baby.
So
Come install one in his backyard.
I want to talk about labels. Do you use porn star, porn actor, content creator, fuck machine? What do you like to call yourself?
Yeah, I have stopped hiding what I do when strangers ask me what I do because I love
The reaction?
the reactions. And you would be surprised at how like overwhelmingly positive they are usually. Everybody loves
Everyone
porn.
looks at
Yeah,
porn.
who doesn't
Everybody
watch
loves porn. So, and then you get like lots of, people are very fascinated and love to ask lots of questions. Sometimes I want to be careful not to like derail a conversation at like a dinner party or something. And so I might
Sure.
hold back a little bit. But like the guy who came to install my Spectrum stuff on Sunday, he was like, "What do you do down in LA?" And I said, "I do porn." And they said, "Say that again." I said, "I do porn." And he goes, "Oh, that's where it's at, man." And then we were talking later, and he had a whole bunch of questions. And then he was like listing off all of these straight porn stars that he's met because I guess they have houses up there too and stuff.
Oh, there's a whole porn community.
And rock stars and people like that,
Yeah.
So he was enjoying telling me about all these other people. He's like, "You must be a celebrity." And I was like, "Well, I suppose in my community."
Yeah, to the gays.
I earned the title porn star.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I will use it.
0.04. That's a star, baby.
0.4.
Oh, it's 0.4. Baby,
Yeah.
that's a star. You've never seen one. Now, what?
No, that's
what
true,
is the
'cause
most
they're-
commonly asked question that people ask you when you're like, "Oh, I do porn"? Like, what's the first thing that they ask?
Everybody wants to sort of reassure their own life choices to make it seem as though you're lacking something in your life.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's fucked up.
So they
I guess
always
people kind of do that when I'm like, I'm a drag queen. They're like, I did theater in high school. You know what I mean?
they're gonna try and like
Like
fish
neg you a little.
fish for and poke a hole in like this idea of your happiness or
Yeah.
something. So one of the first questions that I get is like, "Oh, but it must be like really hard to date. Oh, it must be. What about love? What about?"
What about your
my
parents?
God. Oh yeah. What?
Yeah, well, actually, so my mom, my brother, my sister, everybody knows. My brother-in-law gets a huge kick out of it. He'll ask the most inappropriate questions, and I'll be like, "Okay, we went there."
I love that too.
And they're like, he's like a cancer doctor and shit.
Well, I think it's what you
Well,
said.
yeah.
I mean, porn. Everybody looks at porn. Everyone enjoys porn. Everyone knows porn exists. So the fact that people, have to hide it, or that there is that weird stigma, or whether people feel it personally or not, a societal sort of shame around it that we have to sort of sidestep in order to get to the enjoyment. It is pretty wild.
Yeah, that seems to be changing a lot, and I will credit actually OnlyFans with a lot of this because everybody is on social media now,
Right.
and at the beginning of like the very beginning of OnlyFans, you saw like a few people start really posting some kind of like a lot more skin on Instagram and a lot more skin on social media. And then as that then sort of became more and more common, then more people started doing it. More people started doing it. Now everybody's posting skin on Instagram. If you go just basically to like anyone's Instagram, it's like, more explicit than their Tinder profiles or
Right.
something.
It's everything but.
And everybody, like, people want to be seen. People want to feel sexy. People want to be seen as sexy, and they want to share it. And I think that's amazing. And I feel like part of what my job is to help give people permission to be that.
Yeah.
You have permission.
Thank you. I feel similarly, just to the last part of what you said, is that part of my...
You're gonna talk about drain your nut?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say part of my job and what I do is that I help people, get permission to like let loose a little bit.
I think I do the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely like to build a community and be very nice to everybody.
Yeah, you say if you want to look like this, then drink until you black out.
Duh, baby.
If you
Mommy's got a problem.
No, but there's something really empowering to tapping into that side of people and letting people know it's cool.
And I recently just saw a very empowering video of you.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking someone while walking on a treadmill. Actually,
Running.
A light jog, really.
Yeah, yeah,
Kind
it
of
was a light
How
jog.
many miles an hour was that going?
Maybe 7.
7 miles, and you were fully
know.
7 inches in. How interesting.
That was that was like in the there was a private gym in the top of this building that we had an Airbnb in San Jose, Costa Rica. And we went up there and
So
we
the
were
idea just like came to you.
I think I had seen somebody else do it, but that's not going to stop me from doing it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
You just got to do it.
You just got to do it at a full
You
speed.
just got to do it better.
Yeah, you don't reinvent the wheel, but I would say fucking someone. I mean, for folks who need a visual.
Well, okay.
The
and
person
mind
in
you,
front-
this video is like 10 seconds long. It's not something. It's not a sustainable.
wasn't
It's
Wow.
still
Change.
very impressive. The person in front of you is doing that.
one leg
Yeah,
up.
that's Han Cross. He's a cutie.
Han Cross is doing the thing that I do
On cross buns. You know what I mean?
is doing that thing that I do on a treadmill, which is like
leaning on the
yeah, and then you put your legs on the side,
yeah.
and you let the treadmill run underneath
While you watch TV.
while you hang out. That's what I do
Well,
on
you
the
know
treadmill.
that the hole needs to be stationary.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you are butt up right against him,
Uh-huh.
running,
Yeah.
not touching anything,
Yeah,
but your dick is fully inside of it. Impressive.
Impressive.
Do you sit
Thank you.
around and go like, what is going to be clickable?
craziest
What's
Yeah,
going to be clickbait?
I call those things Twitter bombs, and I used to I used to try and do more of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then like I've been trying to do this for a long time, and now I have a speeding ticket that I have to go and take care of in the Mojave Desert. So it'll put me there already.
Oh, okay.
So
we
I've been
we
I
stand
have,
a multitasker.
I have this pair of junk skis that I've been wanting to go out to the sand dunes in the Mojave Desert and go do like naked sand skiing videos
Oh.
with a boner or something like that. And then, then I have to create different versions for each different social media platform. So there'll be the thong one for Instagram. There'll be the Speedo one for TikTok.
Right.
No, do you have someone filming these for you?
Yeah,
Do you have an employee?
Yeah, I have an assistant who is amazing. He's super fun. He is a super, super talented singer, musician. And he was signed to Warner Brothers, who dropped him at the beginning of the pandemic. And then partway through through the summer of the second year, he had posted something on Instagram about wanting a job. And I had this like OnlyFans agency at the time, and it wasn't quite fitting well. And I was like, oh, it'd be like really perfect if I actually just had like an assistant that could film things for me, come with me on these trips, and then he would just film everything. And then we have this sort of like adventure vlog style, sexy porn adventure, whatever. So when I decided to get rid of the agency, I called him up and I said, hey, do you want a job? I know you're looking for work. And yeah.
What kind of job? You know what I mean?
The best job ever.
Absolutely. Yeah,
it
just
sounds like a
trips on
great
trips.
time.
That sounds incredible.
So not long after I hired him, I took a trip to Costa Rica and I brought him along, and then it was also me and Frank Furter and Han Cross, who was in the video that you're talking about. We did an adventure trip in Costa Rica.
Very cool.
And we started off at my friend Shelby Clark has this this compound that he's built in the jungle in Costa Rica called the Jungle Neighborhood, and it's sort of like a queer wellness sort of a thing. It was beautiful.
What
Beautiful.
I
world
would
are
like
we
to
living
go.
in?
Yeah,
Just
how are
go.
we not doing this?
I don't know.
Just go.
Book a flight. Jump in a car.
Yeah.
If you were to pitch a Twitter bomb scenario,
Oh yeah, pitch Twitter bombs.
what would it be for Logan?
You go first.
Okay, I have one. I've come up.
Oh,
with
you've
it.
well, okay.
Okay, you're baking
Yes.
naked.
Yes.
Okay, and it's like a cake, like a coconut cake
Okay.
or something like that. And so, like maybe you have a boner, maybe you don't, but you're whisking and it's like full body. And there's like people in the background, right?
Uh-huh.
Like maybe an orgy had just happened or is about to happen, right? And
Okay.
every time you turn your back, someone comes up and nuts into the batter. And it's like 3 different guys, like it's secret. Right, so you turn your back
That's
and you're
disgusting.
like
this
bent.
Is not good.
No, I
No,
used
it
to
is
like
good.
I used to jerk off on like crackers and eat them when I was a teenager.
That's what they call a limp bizkit.
Relatable.
I was like way kinkier as a teenager than I am now.
Really?
It's like a wild
What?
imagination.
That's
I
amazing.
just came up with one.
Okay, well, let me finish. So there's like, you bend over, you're checking the oven. Is it hot enough? Someone like, nuts. And then they scamper away. And then at the end, then smash cut to everyone sitting around eating the cake together.
Eating the cum cake.
Yeah. That's my pitch.
I love that one.
Cooking
Okay.
with cum. There are cookbooks. Cooking
Oh yeah,
with cum.
totally. I always assumed that if I jerked off onto a frying pan, that it would congeal like an egg or
Yeah, I
whatever.
think it
Because I
acts
was
as
like,
egg.
It sure does.
well,
It sure does.
no, because I've watched videos on Twitter of somebody jerking off into a frying pan, and it sort of spreads out, and then it ends up looking like those like
Cheese.
Parmesan crisps.
Yeah, cheese.
It looks like that. It just kind of browns.
Well,
and
so
smells
he might
really
have been
bad.
overly hydrated. You want to be at a half hydrate so it comes out creamy.
What's
now,
your
what
Twitter
my
bomb?
idea would be disgusting. What about this? Is for Halloween. This could really get him.
Okay.
We reenact the Drew Barrymore scene from Scream, but instead of, do you know what I'm talking about? You're in the, okay,
I
again,
don't
we're back
remember.
in the
It's been
same
such a-
kitchen.
It's been such a long time.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk you through it. We're back in the same kitchen. You're over there popping Jiffy Pop. You get a phone call.
What's Jiffy Pop?
It's popcorn in a.
But in the silver thing.
We always made it on the stove, just with
Yeah,
like
that's-
kernels.
Oh, like in a
it's that,
cast
but
iron.
it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well, no,
that,
I
but
do
it
it in a
comes
big
in a
pot, but-
pre-made like tin
Oh,
foil
it's a
cast iron
tinfoil
thing.
thing.
Yeah, and it
I've seen
pops
that on
up.
like TV and stuff.
Yeah. Well, if you watch Scream, you'll see it in that movie.
Yeah.
So then she's making that.
And a fierce blonde
Yeah,
bomb.
so you are in a blunt bob.
Yeah.
Or maybe we just kind of center part your
Yeah, we
hair.
can do that. It's almost.
Sorry
there.
to interrupt, which I do all the time, but look at his hairline.
I know, it's so good.
Your hairline is good.
Did you get that done in Turkey or is that real?
No, this is real.
Okay.
I'm trying to look at it now because
It's
I feel
like,
like
it looks
No,
like
it
a
looks
wave.
really
Actually,
good. No, it's like perfect.
Yeah. Okay, Jiffy Pop.
yeah.
I know you got this.
Again, wait,
Okay,
where
well we
was
haven't
that?
we haven't gotten
Scream.
past the popcorn.
Well, because I can't fucking talk. So you're popping this popcorn, and then you get the phone call, and he's like, "You're gonna die in 7 days," or whatever he says,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh no, I'm so scared." And they're like, "Look out the window." And instead of your boyfriend being out there completely gutted and dead, he's just getting fucked by the scream, and then you go
Uh-huh.
and join.
Oh yeah, okay. It was a happy ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
The
cool
skate-
thing is the scream's already making his orgasm face.
Yeah, he's always coming. The minute you open it, it's like a fucking hose.
I love that we're talking about both Scream, the film, and also the Scream, the fine art piece.
Oh yeah, because you
No,
are
it's
into
the
fine
same.
arts.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the Edward Monk piece.
Yeah, weren't you? That's the face you were making.
Well, but so does that ghost. The
Oh, yeah,
ghost
he does
face
have
kind of is like the
downturn.
I
yeah.
thought that mask was based off of that painting.
Could be.
Yeah.
I'm not a biologist.
Isn't
not
the
a
painting called The
biologist.
Scream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
take a break.
We're gonna take a fucking break. Are you high? And we're back. I don't know.
Do you know the musical Wicked?
Barely.
Well, okay.
I
There's
think
a
it's-
movie
it's
coming
another-
out. Maybe
it's-
we can go see it together.
Okay. I mean, I know it's another one of those like it's the story of the Wicked Witch of the West, and like all of the songs sound like they're very like empowering or something.
Mhm. Well, in the first act, but let's not even talk about the second act. It's so bad.
Okay.
So in addition to your porn work, you do photography.
Yeah.
You design clothes.
I used to be a costume designer and I got super burnt out. The amount of work that goes into making a single garment or anything is absolutely insane and it's so undervalued.
Did you work with Harlan? No. Clay?
Harwood?
Harwood.
Oh,
Harwood.
I worked with Harwood for a while.
Yeah.
Clay and I did some projects together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at that level, those guys work on like huge things.
Yeah, we worked on big stuff.
And that is exactly what you're talking about, where it's like you work 40 hours on a garment or like
Oh,
2
God.
weeks or more than that. And then it's like in half of a shot or not even used.
Right.
It's left on the rack versus like, you will
I'll
make
wear
a
a costume
costume and
4
wear
or
a
5
costume
times.
a bunch. Or
Yeah.
like me, I've held on to stage costumes that I've I've had for 8 or 9 years.
One of my biggest moments was this giant mustache dress that I made for one of those like Visit California commercials where all the celebrities finish each other's sentences. And Anna Faris is wearing my giant mustache dress. And I got that job like probably 3 days before the deadline. And they're like, you've got 72 hours to make a giant mustache dress. And so that means I have to spend the first day and a half sourcing all the materials. And then I have like a day and a half to actually make the thing. And I've never made a giant mustache before, but I have like, some ideas. So then I have to stay up for 36 hours straight to finish and fabricate and like pull together people that I can like use their skills. And I hired a hairstylist to come in with like so many cans of Aquanet and stuff that we sculpted. We made tracks of weave out of jumbo braid. We layered that over faux fur that was layered over the top of like a whole mustache shaped form that we made out of upholstery foam and kind of like hollowed out the structure in layers so that it was as light as possible. When I didn't sleep for 36 hours, then I go and I have 2 hours of sleep at my house. And then I have to go and do a fitting at Anna Faris's house with what's Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, yeah,
made
they
me
used to be
coffee that
married.
morning. He was so sweet.
Jesus, and
Don't
now
say
he's a
that.
homophobe.
Yeah. Is he though? I thought he was kind of like, my Christianity doesn't really define me. He sort of backtracked on that. I don't remember, but
Well, his PR people probably told him something
Oh,
good
yeah,
to say
that's
because he had a movie out.
I don't know. He was plenty nice, but
Homophobes can be nice too.
Yeah.
that's true. And there's a big difference between nice people and good people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Put that down
There's a
too.
Twitter
Write
bomb.
that one down.
There's a Twitter bomb for you. Okay, so you do the fitting, and then what? Is the dress
Well,
in
yeah.
the
So
thing?
that no, everything worked. Everybody was like absolutely gagged. But then I get 2 more hours of sleep, and then I have to be on set for 14 hours, and by the end of it, I'm completely destroyed.
Right.
Like it's not a path that leads to happiness.
No, not
And
at all.
I looked around at all of my colleagues, and I just sort of did a survey of how everybody who was further ahead in their career than me, and it was like kind of a bleak outlook. I think everybody was like, not a happy person. So I exit stage left.
But you've got those skills.
Yeah. But there's no amount of money that could make me sit down at a sewing machine again for somebody else. There's like,
Yeah.
no chance.
Yeah. I
You
feel
sew
that.
for other people, though.
It's only for a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because of that. Because it's like something that would take me 3 hours to make for me is going to take me 7 or 8 hours for someone else. Because I'm going to make sure I don't fuck it up. The little things were on my costumes.
You don't care.
I'll just don't care. On theirs, it's like, oh, it has to be perfect.
And you know your body.
And I know my body, and I don't know tall, skinny people's bodies.
It's hard.
I'm used to like a lot of fabric. When I
Give-
have to make something for someone
give us
small,
some
I'm like,
shape.
what is this about?
So
Is
what
that
do
for
you
a Barbie?
what do you love about photography?
For me, it's sort of like a marriage of science and art. And I'm like a very my brain is super practical and pragmatic and very scientific. And then it also, I have like a deep creative side. And so that I'm assuming this is why I love it so much, but I'm super, super nerdy about analog cameras. Like I can tell you every single camera that's been made since the beginning of film until digital happened. And then digital is like, whatever. I don't care after that.
Who fucking cares?
So do you have a dark room? Are you like that kind of girl?
Yeah, kind of. I develop my own film at home sometimes. If it's 35 millimeter, I take it in to get processed professionally, but because it's too tedious to do.
Mm.
But if I'm working in like medium or large format, because the negatives get bigger and bigger, then it actually works out to be much more like it's easier to scan. The colors come out properly. It's easier to develop. It's a more rewarding process to do it yourself. Also, like if I shoot a 4x5 inch negative, I'm not even sure like how to even deliver that to the lab or get it processed or any of this stuff. So
I like all those trays of liquid.
Well,
you feel
okay,
like you're
so
solving a
Yeah,
mystery.
that stuff always seems so crazy to me.
so that's like when you're actually printing, when you're creating the print.
Oh.
So I just develop my own negatives because I'm interested in
Oh, so they stay on the
So they say like I do everything inside of just like a bag that looks like a jacket, and then I pull the canister out and it's all ready to go. It's light tight and you can pour the chemicals in and out.
Oh.
And then And the only trick is to keep the chemicals at a particular temperature. So I used to have one of those like inflatable hot tubs in my yard, and the perfect hot tub temperature also just happens to be the exact temperature for developing C41 color film.
Oh wow!
So I
they
would
just got
float.
to take a little dip.
Yeah, so I float the bottles in the hot tub, and it keeps them the right temperature. And so I would always tell people that I develop film in my hot tub, and they would go, "What are you talking
Some
about?"
camera person out there is probably so mad hearing that.
Right. They have like some state of the art huge,
Yeah, like a little tent in their fucking
that's
house.
so wild.
Yeah.
I think that's cool to have so many interests. I feel like I don't have any
That's why I
space in
can't
my
have a
life.
real job, because
Yeah,
I have
I
too
feel
many
like-
hobbies.
Yeah, and then when you're like traveling, you can do photography while you're out.
Oh
and,
god,
like-
I mix everything together.
Oh,
I
it's
try and
so
I take
nice.
everything that I'm into, so like the jungle, the nature, the photography, everything. And I started doing this series of videos where it's like a sexy photo shoot. And then so we're filming, my assistant is filming the entire thing, and so you see me posing him and going around and taking the pictures, and then we start fooling around, and it morphs into the sex scene. But it's really beautiful, and I think people like watching the sort of like the buildup of the tension. A lot of people have these like fantasies about getting seduced by the photographer or something.
Mm.
So I have a whole series of those, and then I'm going to do a show at the Tom of Finland store
Oh, right.
of the photographs.
Oh, cool.
And then it'll become a book and stuff like that. So that's the
Entrepreneurial.
Author at it.
well, I try and figure out how many different ways to like incorporate everything that I like doing, and then try and figure out if there's a way to turn it into a product.
Mhm.
Well, and it also allows your audience to engage with you in so many different ways.
Well,
There's going to be a whole bunch of people who go like, "Oh, I just love this photography book." Oh, I didn't know he
Oh, I
had
didn't know he cream
OnlyFans. Or
pies.
oh,
Wow.
like whatever.
Yeah.
You didn't know he cream pies?
Yeah.
You talking about felching today?
Sure, why not?
You brought
ever
it to
done
the
that?
pod?
Well, who doesn't?
Me.
You don't.
Not out of the hole.
Oh, okay.
What if it's your seed in the hole?
See, I just don't trust the hole.
Well, that's your issue.
Well, you
Yeah,
just
that is.
by the end of it, you should have a pretty good idea of what's going on with the
You
hole.
never know, especially if you're like push out. You don't know what you're gonna
nah,
get.
I don't do the push out thing.
How are you gonna get the seed?
It just drips out
You just
sometimes.
wait. You shake
Yeah.
them, maybe.
There's a big difference between pushing and then like the passive
Yeah, it's the
dripping.
pushing.
The passive drip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably lick it on a passive drip.
All right, let's take a break and then we're going to get raunchy right after this.
Oh, whoops. And we're back.
And it is-
Hit the sleigh button, faggot.
It's time for our segment, which we call
Fuck
Talk.
I just ripped this.
We've been talking about porn, we've been talking about sex, but this is our moment to dive a little deeper into some explicit conversation about maybe a wild experience, maybe an embarrassing experience. Maybe you want to talk about more about your freak days when you were younger and kinkier. But this is when we give an opportunity for people to share. You always say it so nicely. A wild or embarrassing sex
or
story.
uncomfortable sex story that's happened or will happen.
Like your
soon.
go-to party story to shock people. You have one?
Like mine was the time that I hired a hooker and sex worker, and he.
I like the
offered
word
me-
hooker.
Me too.
I
it's my
prefer
I like
it.
it.
It's
fun.
better,
It's got like a there's like a old school, like when I was in New York and I was escorting and stuff. We would all call ourselves hookers
I prefer hooker
'Cause it
Sounds
was like-
fun.
it's giving visions of like I know they weren't hookers, but like it feels like I picture Nomi Malone.
Mhm.
You know?
yeah.
Like that's the like a
You're
hooker.
fucking a pool like
A
that.
hooker is like a fantasy, you know.
Yes.
A sex worker is like so clinical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds
I don't-
weird.
You know, and then I've always sort of, I know politically it's a good idea to put everybody together into this group sex worker, but like it's so diverse that I don't think it's like it's important that we can be represented under all these things, but my experience has very, very little to do with like, somebody who is doing survival sex work.
Exactly.
So I don't, we don't have the same group of needs. We don't have the same, but I suppose the existence of me might help the acceptance of the other. I don't know, but I don't think people will get mad at me because anytime I criticize the like umbrella term sex worker, people are like, it's so important.
Well, I think
guess
that
I don't-
happens with any sort of like progress when it comes to like niche. Well, I guess it's not even that niche,
It's not
but
niche.
when it comes to like
Oldest
political
profession.
movement or shifting culture.
Right, but you wanted to hear something raunchy, so
I
we
did.
got really
No, but
political.
I'm happy to have this
I
conversation.
prefer this conversation.
You prefer?
Well, okay, so I hired a
Okay.
hooker.
You were
let's go.
saying you wanted him in a jock strap.
hired a hooker. And he...
Every single person who's ever heard the show has heard the story.
I'm telling it to him and you won't shut the fuck up, faggot! Hit the slay button. Anyway, he said, I also...
Hit the slay button, faggot.
I also dress up as like superheroes if you want, and I could be Superman and you could be Lex Luthor. And I was like, well, how much extra? And he was like, no, it's free. And I was like, great, let's do it. I don't
Okay,
really
so he
care.
likes doing it.
Yeah, so he likes doing it. It wasn't like a weird thing. But the weird part was when he decided to like pretend to fly in through the window. And he like did like we opened the window and he did like a little jump in front of the window.
Like a
and he was
shoot.
I'm here.
I wish.
No, not that gay. He
Did
was
he
really
toss his
in
cape?
character. No, the cape was a little lacking. If anything,
Okay.
I would have redone the cape. The rest of the costume was pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's that. That was a weird time for me.
Was there a hole in the suit?
There was, yeah. So he pulled down the red undies and then there was like a little hole for his penis to pop out. You ever done anything weird
Did he
like
color
that?
match the penis?
No, no, but he did bring a little piece of like kryptonite, which was like a little neon
I was like, no.
crystal. Yeah, he was like, no, and I was like, ah. It was a really wild time for me. And by the end of it, I wasn't even like, we didn't even have sex because wasn't even like that horny at the end.
Because you were just enjoying
Because
the
I was just
experience.
like, this is all so weird. Thoughts?
Yeah. So I do have a really wild story because I used to live in Kenya when I was like, let's say in 2008, 2009. And I was working for like this, I don't even know what my job was, but I was working for this rural agricultural development organization. But I would like sneak off and like not do my job because I didn't even know what my job was.
Okay.
And me and some other friends, we became involved in this like grassroots queer sex worker organization in Mombasa. And they were like a club kind of, and they had like an initiation ritual that they wanted us to like do to join the thing. And sometimes I feel I'm not sure like how much detail I should go into.
All of it.
Well,
You
yeah,
can
but
do
the thing is,
protective detail.
no, but
yeah.
the thing, yeah, I'm talking about protective details.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, there was a set of bars in a particular district that that we went to go meet the leader of the group, and I wish I could share the title too because it was so. I actually maybe that's okay. They called themselves Mother Superior of the group.
Yeah.
And we had to go and meet with Mother Superior, who was this guy who he had a whole bunch of like European sugar daddies that would pay for this house there that kind of was like a safe house for all of these like, like sex workers,
Yeah.
like if they needed a place to stay. And we went to the bar to go have like a sit down interview, which was just basically like me sitting across from Mother Superior and like downing the worst like vodka I've ever had in my life. I was like fire water. And but I was young, so you can do that then. And then after, I don't think we even really spoke all that much. Then like after I was basically like sized up or whatever, somebody else came, some like young guy came to escort me down this like series of alleyways and stuff and over to this house. And then we get there and it's like a party. It's like a whole
Oh,
party.
okay.
There's like these lesbians and trans and like all these gay guys and stuff. And we can't communicate at all because like my Swahili is not that great, but we were having a lot of fun. And then it turned into an orgy. And I'm like getting fucked on this bed by these two guys with condoms. We didn't have lube, so we used hair pomade, which I have to tell you about that. But then my friend is like on the floor getting eaten out next to me. So I'm like in an orgy with lesbians, which never happened again.
Right.
Ever.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then when that all wrapped up and we were super wasted, we went to a bar further up the coast. And I remember like, because I had just gotten fucked with pomade, I farted and it felt like somebody snapped a rubber band against my hole.
And so that was the initiation ritual, was
That
the
was
big
the-
home orgy?
Well, I don't know that the orgy was like part of the initiation.
was just the
It was just
meeting.
the meeting and
Got it.
the
Oh my
party
gosh,
and
that's
like getting
so
like
crazy.
welcome, join our community sort
We
of a
were-
thing. But we got horny, so like
We
and
were
we
just
didn't have another way to communicate, so we just
Yeah,
just, like,
use your
yeah.
bodies.
we were just talking about that and how sort of like ignorant we are to so many places that are maybe unsafe for travel but have like communities and like
everywhere, man. You can I like we find a way. And
Right.
there's a community.
Life finds
There's
a way.
always a community, and it always exists, and there's always a way to find it.
yeah.
But I went into that year thinking that I was like, oh, I'm not going to have any sex this year, and
Right.
oof, I was wrong.
Oh damn.
I had a friend who had a big trip planned, and it was like an academic trip, and it was to an area that just, they were like, don't say you're gay ever.
Yeah.
And he was like, hottest sex I've ever had was the whole time. being
Also, the
there.
best dance parties that I've ever been to, because we would go to these bars and clubs and stuff, and there's absolutely no established concept of cool, which is the most liberating thing I've ever experienced because
Yeah.
nobody is trying to posture anything. So you go to these places and it was like the general spirit is to like dance your ass off, and it doesn't matter if you look like a fool, if you look like, doesn't matter how drunk
That's
you
fun.
get, doesn't matter how like
Doesn't matter how drunk you get.
nothing
Let me
ma-
book a flight.
Yeah, it was that was really, really fun. And it was like pure joy, kind of. Because you go to parties here, and if there's a DJ, then everybody gets very serious about like, is the music good? Is the music not good? Is it cool enough for me to dance? What if I'm dancing to not cool music?
Oh,
Will people
that's
think
so
that I am
true.
too not
Yeah,
cool?
yeah.
It's just not.
There's
I'm
I was
bored.
just talking to someone about like
I'm bored with cool.
There's a
Yeah.
select group of DJs that are like a little too cool to be around drag queens. And they like only throw their little music parties and don't have any.
Oh yeah, because they're
Sure.
like,
I
I'm
know
not
what you're
gonna
talking
play
about.
that song that everybody
Yeah.
likes, and you're like, but what if I have this
What if the drag
conversation-
queen was into the same fucking music as you, dude?
Or also, like, what if the dance floor will completely fill up and everyone will have an amazing time if you play that one song? Why are you so against it? I'm always interested in that.
and that one song is "Let Loose" by Lucy LaDuca. They just won't play it anymore.
All right, we've made it to our time. Why don't you wrap us up here?
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Sloppy Seconds. You can follow us on Instagram at SloppyPod. You can send us an email at sloppyseconds. You can send us an email at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com, or you can call in with your own fuck talk story to 213-536-9180. You can follow us on Instagram at Big Dipper Jelly, Spicy's Meatball, Fat Drag Meatball on Twitter, and Meatball the Drag Queen on TikTok. Follow Mom Podcasts on everything too. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't ever miss an episode, which come out every Tuesday and Friday.
And if you too want to join the 0.4% of OnlyFans subscribers, or I don't know what it is, where can people follow you, Logan?
It is onlyfans.com/Logan Stevens XXX.
Okay, and if you are a Mom Plus subscriber, you are about to get 5 extra minutes right here with Logan Stevens.
A Mom Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love this.
Our network
Slay.
is called MOM, stands for Moguls of Media. And our Plus service.
Oh, right, there it is. I
Yeah.
see it in the corner there.
Thanks, fake fan. Our Plus service is when people pay, they get ad-free shows and a little extra time.
Oh. Check that out.
To listen to Sloppy Seconds one day early, ad-free, and to watch our full video episodes, sign up for Mom Plus at mompodcast.plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball.
Editing and sound design by
William Pitts. Executive produced by Willem Belli, Alaska Thunderfuck, Big Dipper, and Joe Cilio.
Our artwork was drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.